mission, right, where there was a Native American village. Now back in mission days, I'm sure you know already, we don't have any video, we don't have any photographs of life back in mission days because the camera had not yet been invented, but we do have some paintings and drawings of life at the California mission. This is the only painting that we have of life at this mission, back in mission days. Right, so this is a Franciscan missionary, Francisco Duran. He was the head of the California mission during the 1830s, and he visited this mission. And here he is in 1834, speaking with mission Indians, people of this mission, during his visit to this mission back in 1834. So it's not a photograph, but it's a painting. So the missions, as you may know already, were all designed pretty much the same way, just like the early pueblos or towns of California or Los Angeles, like a rectangle or a quadrangle with the important buildings and rooms along all four sides. There used to be a fourth side here originally. We lost that over the years. We have restored the other three sides of the original quadrangle or rectangle. Right?
Was presented to Fernando mission by Anthony.
Come on, gather around. The missions are all designed pretty much the same way. The important rectangle, the important buildings around the rectangle. Right, so the Native Americans here are what we would, anthropologists, historians, would call today hunters and gatherers. They lived off the land. Right? The missionaries, part of their responsibilities was to introduce the Native Americans to farming and ranching and to teach them. All right. You're step onto the ground. Go on. Alright, who recognizes the first president, Fray Fermín Francisco de la Suerte? The statue of him. So he's the one who was on this site in 1797. Right? There's a statue of him, but we actually have a painting of him, which gives us a better idea of what he actually looked like. So he was the second president of the California nations after Junipero Serra, whom the Catholic Church venerates as a saint, Saint Junipero Serra. So the second president who founded the next 9 missions after Junipero Serra. All right. So with that, then let's head over here.
Chicken nuggets. The real question is, who's in the cage? Are they in the cage or are we in the cage?
The mattress. Is this actually real? Look at the chair.
Careful.
Sino tayo niyan?
Alright, let me have your attention over here. Moving along artifacts or objects from the history of our mission here. All right. I want to point out two artifacts here, right, which are especially important to us here at the mission. Right. So this crucifix here, right, this crucifix was actually from mission days, carved by one of the mission Indians of the mission, right? A man of the mission. The Native Americans the men were great wood carvers, the women basket weavers, skilled, talented. Right? So he carved this crucifix, which for us is a beautiful expression of his experience of his new faith, but in accordance with the traditional art of his native culture. So a crucifix carved by a mission Indian back in mission days. Behind me here, if you're a Catholic, like to go to confession for Lent, all we have to do is find a priest. So a confessional from the mission church from back in mission days. So the missionaries had to learn the Indian languages, right, so they could administer the sacraments to them in their native language. Right? They actually had what they called confessionarios.
Look at these doors. They made them.
Take a look at, we can't stop and look at everything because it would take us 2 days instead of 2 hours. All right. Well, one thing here. Don't block people's view. All right. Take a look at this door here from top to bottom and see if you notice anything unusual about this door. Yes, there is a hole at the bottom. What do you think that hole might have been for? The doors of all the missions have these mysterious holes in them. Have any idea?
No.
All right. Well, the mission was like a farming community. All right. So what might have snuck into the mission from the fields surrounding the mission building? What do you think? Might have snuck in. I'll give you a hint. Mickey. Mickey Mouse. Miguel Raton. All right. Yeah, so mice, other rodents would sneak into the mission buildings. And so the missionaries, what do you think they did to get rid of the mice? Yes.
They I think they allowed cats.
Cats. That's exactly right. So they had cats sent down from Mexico, and so that the cats could get around in all the buildings, they carved these holes in the doors. I bet you think I'm making that up. I am. So here's a picture from a California missions coloring book that I found, and there's a hole in the door. And what is squeezing through the hole there? A cat. Right, so there you have it. Proof that what I'm telling you is not a big... Why is the California mission? Okay. All right. The winery or La Bodega. Right, so also, right, outside the mission walls we had vineyards where we picked grapes to make wine from. So that's the winery or La Bodega right there, right downstairs. There's a staircase there. So go down, maybe on the right side, come up on the left side, watch your step. Look where we made wine at the mission.
Spider webs up there.
They need you back there somewhere.
We're just passing through here. All right, the museum, come on, over here, gather around. Take a look at this photograph here. This mission, this is where we are right now. Now, over here. back in 1900. So as I'm sure you'll learn about, the missions were eventually, most of the missions were abandoned. Santa Barbara mission was one of the exceptions. Survived.